Have you ever heard someone say, "Wow, he's so stingy"? Or maybe, "She's a miserly old woman who never spends money." Both miserly and stingy describe people who hate spending money. But here's the interesting part. They're not exactly the same. Today, in just a few minutes, we'll uncover the subtle but important difference between these two words. Let's start with stingy. A stingy person is someone who is unwilling to give or spend money, even when it would be reasonable to do so. They might avoid paying their share of a bill, refuse to donate to a good cause, or be very reluctant to buy things for others. For example, you could say, "He's so stingy that he never buys gifts for anyone." The key idea here is a strong reluctance to spend or share. But a stingy person still spends money when it's absolutely necessary. Now let's look at miserly. A miserly person takes this to a whole new level. A miserly person is extremely obsessed with saving money and avoids spending almost anything, sometimes even when it harms their own comfort or well-being. This word is closely connected to the idea of a miser, someone who hoards wealth for the sake of hoarding it. A classic example would be, the miserly millionaire lived in a tiny, run-down house and wore old tattered clothes. So the key idea for miserly is extreme, almost unhealthy frugality. So what's the core difference? Here's the easiest way to remember it. A stingy person doesn't like sharing or spending money on others. A miserly person hoards money and avoids spending it even on themselves. Think of it like levels. Level 1 is stingy, someone who doesn't want to spend. Level 2 is miserly, someone who almost refuses to spend at all. Here's a quick trick to remember. Miserly contains the word miser. A miser is that classic character who hides gold in a chest and never ever spends it. So if someone is miserly, they behave just like a miser. Let's do a quick comparison. Stingy means reluctant to give a share. Miserly means extremely obsessed with saving money. A stingy person might spend when necessary, but a miserly person avoids spending on almost everything. Both are negative traits, but miserly is considered much more extreme and harsh. Why does this small difference matter? Understanding subtle vocabulary like this makes your English sharper and more precise. Instead of repeating the same words, you can describe people and situations more accurately, whether you're writing, having a conversation, or telling a story. Let's end with one final example. A stingy friend might refuse to help pay for dinner. A miserly millionaire might live in poverty despite having enormous wealth. See the difference now? If you enjoy learning advanced vocabulary differences like this, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more short, powerful English lessons. And tell me in the comments, have you ever met someone who was stingy? Or even miserly? See you in the next one.